Narcissists don't want partners, they want an audience. What looks like charm, confidence, even love, is often something else entirely, a performance carefully designed to secure admiration and control. Psychologists define narcissism as a personality style built on grandiosity, a constant need for attention, and a lack of empathy. It isn't always malicious, but it is manipulative, because the narcissist's survival depends on shaping how others see them. The word itself comes from Greek mythology. Narcissus was the hunter who fell in love with his own reflection, unable to turn away until he wasted away. Echo, the nymph who adored him, could only repeat his words, a perfect metaphor for relationships dominated by self-absorption. Cultures have always noticed this dynamic. Roman emperors demanded worship like gods, basking in admiration but destroying those who disappointed them. Early psychologists in the 19th century borrowed the myth to describe extreme self-focus, and Freud expanded it into a cornerstone of personality theory. Today we recognize narcissism both in clinical diagnosis and in everyday behavior. Narcissism isn't random. It runs on a loop of tactics designed to capture, control, and discard. Love bombing. At first, the narcissist overwhelms someone with attention, gifts, or praise to secure quick loyalty. It feels intoxicating, but it's strategic, flooding the target's fast emotional system one thinking with validation. Gaslighting. Over time, they subtly rewrite reality, making the other doubt their memory or judgment. A conversation never happened. The words weren't said. The victim begins to lean on the narcissist for a sense of reality itself. Devaluation and discard. This is the cruelest turn. The same person who was once idealized is suddenly criticized, belittled, or abandoned. Psychologists explain this as a defense mechanism. Once admiration is no longer satisfying, the narcissist flips the script. The target isn't just rejected, they're recast as worthless. The narcissist may even feel disgusted they ever needed them, rewriting history to erase their own vulnerability. For the discarded, it feels like whiplash, going from pedestal to contempt in a heartbeat. Triangulation. To reinforce control, the narcissist brings in third parties. Others think I'm right. Everyone agrees with me. This weaponizes social proof and isolates the target. Projection. Finally, flaws are flipped outward. The narcissist accuses others of the very behaviors they themselves carry: cheating, lying, selfishness. The projection muddies the water, leaving the target defensive and disoriented. What ties these tactics together is predictable psychology. Kahneman's System 1, fast emotional thinking, is triggered by flattery, threats, or confusion, while System 2, slower reasoning, is bypassed. The target reacts rather than reflects. Cialdini's principles also explain the pull. Social proof makes us conform, authority makes us obey, and consistency makes us stay loyal even when the relationship sours. Narcissists may not study these theories, but they use them instinctively. Here's the paradox. Beneath the performance lies fragility. Research shows narcissists are often hypersensitive to rejection and shame. The grand persona is armor, protecting a brittle core. What looks like confidence is often fear of being exposed. Narcissists also use what Chris Voss calls tactical empathy, reflecting feelings back, but only as a tool to manipulate. They don't mirror to connect, but to extract. And over time, even their own reality can warp. Lies rehearsed often enough start to feel true. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance reduction, the mind reshaping truth so behavior feels consistent. The performance becomes the person. It works because humans crave validation. Social proof, authority, and consistency biases all pull us toward those who appear confident and decisive. Narcissists harness these biases instinctively, creating a gravitational pull that's hard to resist. The strongest defense is awareness. Narcissistic tactics work by overwhelming emotion and short-circuiting reason. But when we recognize the patterns, we re-engage slower, deliberate thinking. Love bombing loses its power when we ask, would this intensity make sense if it came from anyone else? Gaslighting collapses when we check memories with trusted third parties. Triangulation fails when we refuse to play the comparison game. Each defense works because it forces the brain out of automatic reaction and back into conscious reflection, turning System 1 speed into System 2 clarity. Recognition doesn't just protect us. It robs the narcissist of their main weapon, control over perception. Narcissism isn't just an individual quirk. It's a pattern, one that can shape relationships, workplaces, even political movements. Understanding the mechanics doesn't just explain toxic dynamics. It shows how fragile personas can bend whole groups around them. This was Deceive and Believe. If you want more dark psychology exposed, hit like, subscribe, and stay sharp, because manipulation never sleeps.